You ain't getting over him. I got no rules, I count 'em.
Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video we are going to be doing another makeup tutorial. We're going to be dabbling into the Morphe 35o and also my BH Cosmetics 120 palette, the first edition palette, and we're going to be creating this candy corn-esque kind of look. Just something different, something kind of Halloween, but not really Halloween, you know what I mean? Not like special effects type Halloween, but it's kind of something that you could do if you want to look appropriate for like a Halloween party and you don't really want to dress up in a costume. So if you guys want to see how I got this look with some glitter on the top as well, then please keep on watching. So I have scooted in. I know a lot of you guys like to be all up in my face when I'm doing a makeup tutorial so that way you can kind of see a little bit better. But we are going to go ahead and I almost went over here. Prime our lids. I am once again using my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. This is a great concealer. One of you guys asked if I recommend using a concealer over a regular eyeshadow primer. Honestly, I don't have a preference. I really like using the Urban Decay Primer Potion, especially when I'm doing like colorful looks like this as a base underneath of my Milk Jumbo Pencil by NYX. But I also really like concealer because I have, like, there's some darkness in the inner portion of my eye that the concealer helps to conceal. So if you have veins or dark eyes or, you know, eyelids or any kind of problematic eyelid space, I would recommend concealer. But if you have, you know, pretty normal clear eyelid space, then you can of course use a primer. I don't have a preference. I use concealers on myself and my clients if that kind of makes or breaks your, you know, makes or break you. So we are going to go into the Morphe 35o2 palette as I mentioned, and we're going to take the shade Brick right here. It's right underneath of that row that I used yesterday. It's a brighter kind of orange. It's not like a super bright orange, but it kind of stands out. It's similar to like Sienna from Anastasia Beverly Hills. But I'm working this into my upper crease, kind of winging it out on the outer edge, and I'm using a Morphe blending brush. I don't know the number. But I'm just using this as a transition shade as mentioned, and I'm going to bring this inner crease to the outer crease as well, and just make sure I do small buffing motions to buff that up towards the brow bone. But you don't want to cover your brow bone. You want to have that distinct difference between your brow bone, and the crease. So the next shade we're going to go in with is called Muddy, and it's like that neutral base brown. It is pretty much as it's explained. It's a muddy kind of color. It looks like mud, and I'm using another Morphe blending brush, and this is like one of my favorites when I want to do cut creases because it comes to a point as opposed to just being fluffy all around. So really, who's calling me? Someone is always calling me, like it never fails. But as I was mentioning, I'm gonna just focus this into the crease, and right now I'm just doing windshield wiper motions because I want to set the kind of like the base of where I want my cut of my crease to be. So take little by little of this brown and just map it out. And then now that I have it mapped out, I'm just gonna start to blend it up. You don't want to cover that brick shade that you use, but you also want to make sure that Muddy is blended and blown out. And it also will get darker and darker, so that way it looks, you know, like a cut crease, like looks intense, because this is the only shade that we're going to be using. So next we are going to use our NYX Jumbo Pencil in the shade Milk. I just usually break some off on my hand, and I work off of my hand. As you can see, there's everything on my hand. Eyeliners, concealers, primers. Like usually when I'm doing like my clients' makeup, my hands are a disaster. I wash my hands after every client because my hands are just dirty. So I'm using the small concealer brush from the Vanity Planet brush set that I got a while back. And this is my favorite brush to do a cut crease. And I am just going to start to take it right underneath of where I put that brown, because that brown with my map for where I want to cut the crease. And then out here on this tail, I'm going to take it pretty far up because that's what I did on the other side, so I want to continue that. I actually think I might have taken it, oh, yeah. I might have taken it a little too far up, but you know what? That's a good thing, you know, because sometimes I do shots this way, sometimes I do shots that way. But you want to try to keep it as even as possible, you guys. Don't be a mess like me and just kind of skedaddle and do whatever. Take your time and get the angles correct. So right now, I started doing it without explaining it, but I am just working this NYX Jumbo Pencil all across my lid because this is the base color for all of these shadows that I'm going to be using. It's really going to help them pop and stand out. Oh my gosh, Lon. It's really going to help them pop and stand out and be really intense. So you see I just made a mistake. So what I did was just wipe that off with my finger, and then I'm going to take a little bit more muddy and just go right over that. Slow and steady wins the race, you guys. Don't be like Lon. All right, so, hey nose, why are you dribbling? I'm gonna take this, take two. So I'm gonna take this matte eyeshadow by NYX. This is called Whipped Cream. I didn't know that many brands made white eyeshadows, but thank the Lord, NYX does. Also, you guys, NYX has a lot of single eyeshadows. If you are a ride or die, not a ride or die, but if you've been with me for a while, you know that I used to use NYX single eyeshadows all the time. Dance the Tides is one of my favorite transition shades. Right now, NYX is also buy one, get one half off at Ulta. So you guys can save some cash money and use a $3.50 off code as well. You know, if you wanted to get some of these single eyeshadows, they're really, really great, super pigmented and affordable. If you can't, you know, afford a $23 palette or, you know, a $60 palette or whatever, and you just want to build your single kit, you can buy some of these and just depot them. There's lots and lots of videos on depotting on YouTube. So what I did was lay down this white eyeshadow. Can't really tell. I can tell in person because it looks different. It's right up into here. So I went up into like right where like my eyeball is starting. So I stop right there. Then I'm going to go back into this Morphe palette, and I am going to take the shade Heat, which is this bright, bright, bright orange right here. This one right here. And what I use for my white and my orange is the Firm Shader E57 from Sigma. Love this brush, especially when I'm doing like, you know, like a cut crease or more like not detailing work, but kind of like detailing work. I love to use this brush. It's really nice. So I am going to pack this in the middle. This is the orange part of the candy corn, and the reason I did it so dark as opposed to a lighter orange is because I was looking at an actual candy corn and it was pretty, pretty, pretty dark. So just pat this color all the way on, you guys, and go up into about right there. So about the end of the eye. Like when we do like a half cut crease, you want to stop right there and just make sure you get this orange on, because after we get the orange down, we're not going to worry about blending it out or anything like that. So we're just going to leave that be just like this. And we're going to go into the BH Cosmetics 120 palette, and I am using this shade right down here. It's more of like a, it's more of like a goldeny yellow as opposed to like a yellow. These were too bright, so I went in with this one, more gold. And I am using a BH Cosmetics flat eyeshadow brush. I've had this brush for years, you guys, and I am just patting this on. I don't know if they still make this brush or brushes like it, but I am bringing that all the way to where that orange is, and I'm going to start packing it kind of over the top of the orange to start to fade the two together. And when fading shadows together, I just pretty much go over back and forth with the two eyeshadows until it's blended. So even this isn't as blended as I want, but I think it looks good because it can get hard, especially when you're doing mattes, because they don't just like mold into each other. So here I am just fading the orange into the other shades. So I faded it into the yellow, and I don't have any additional product. This is just whatever is left on this brush. Oh, also you guys, what I'm using, or what I use when I'm doing multiple colors as well, is a Vera Mona. This is a color switch, and this is just a solo. I got this about 2 to 3 years ago. It's really great if you're a working makeup artist and you're on the go and, you know, you have to do a lot of faces or something like that. It's really great for that, to just, you know, switch in between the colors that you need. But I also use alcohol when I'm like doing a lot of faces in between my clients, just sanitizing the brushes and everything like that. So yeah, that's that. So I just got majority of that orange off, which I'm not going to get every single orange particle off, but I got a lot of it off so I could go back in with the white and just make sure that's pigmented. So the next part is the fun part. It is the glitter. I always use a NYX crystal liner in the shade Crystal Hip just to do my glitter, but if you have a glitter primer, or you can even use eyelash adhesive if you want to, but you know, something just to make sure that it sticks on. And I'm just going to take this and line the white part. And then I'm going to take this white iridescent glitter. This is just a craft glitter that I got from like Hobby Lobby or something like that, or Joann's. I just want to tell you guys that I do not recommend you go out and get this glitter. You can, of course, buy the NYX face and body glitters that are actually for, you know, cosmetics, but this works for me. But I don't want anyone getting hurt and being like, Lanye said, you know what I mean? Nope. Then I am going to do the orange part, and I'm going to come all the way across. And I am going to, I mixed a darker orange that looks more like the color that I have on, and a lighter orange, just so that way it's kind of like a duochrome type thing. And then last is the yellow glitter. I'm going to do yellow, been around Sydney too long. I'm going to do yellow glitter out on the outer edge. And then now that that is done, I am just going to go back in with the brushes that I used each color on and kind of swipe away the glitter off of the eye. Like so. Alright, you guys, so I am going to put on mascara, and I don't think I'm going to do liner. I don't know. Should I do eyeliner? I might put on eyeliner. I don't know yet, but I'm going to do my face and everything off camera, and then I would come back for the lips, and I'm going to skip a lower lash line with this look, so I'll just come back for the lips in a second. I'll be right back. Alright, you guys, I'm back. Sorry, Jack is showering. He got home. But I'm going to use this Pixie stack because I feel like I'm kind of missing something in the inner corner. What's on my nose? And this top one is like a shimmery white shade. So I'm going to use that with the brush that I used for my nose highlight that I've wiped off, and just pop that in the inner corner like as like a little sparkle. A little something else to give me a little sparkle. So I'm going to put that on both sides. Alright, you guys, so for my lips, I'm going to use my Clean Color Lip Liner in the shade Brown. It's my favorite lip liner. I get them at a beauty supply store for like $1. And I have like every color, but this brown color is my favorite. Alright, and then for the lip, I'm going to do a Anastasia Beverly Hills gloss. And this is in the shade Undressed. It's just a nude, a very, very nude gloss. It's really nude. Wow. Wow. Look like I ate powdered donuts. So, I'm going to try to blend this out with my finger. Didn't realize it was that nude. Then I'm going to go back over the edges with my liner. Alright, you guys, so that completes my look. I actually like how it turned out. At first, like, I never know how things are going to turn out until I do my entire face, and then I'm like, okay, bitch, okay, you did that, you know what I mean? So, that is, like, my little, like, one little tip for the day, I guess you could say. That rhymed. But if you are doing an eyeshadow look and you're kind of undecided and you're like, I don't know, but I really want to do it, go ahead and do it, you guys. Do your foundation, do your face routine, do everything, and put your lashes on if you wear lashes, or put your mascara on if you don't wear lashes, and then just see how you look. And then if it's like, girl, you look popped, then, you know, wipe off the eye makeup and then just put some concealer over it and just do like a natural look, you know what I mean? But I really liked how this ended up turning out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this candy corn makeup tutorial. I love you all. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys very soon. Mwah. Bye.